Craft.
Not all the time.
All right, y'all. Welcome to Shooting the Shit. Miranda and T.
Okay.
Tonight we are reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 6. But before we start,
Smash that thumbs up button to subscribe to our channel.
All right.
Channel is a down.
oh, you don't say that.
Down.
All right,
Got lines today.
Ouch, ouch, ooh, ouch.
here we go, y'all. So, Mel meets up with Kimmy and Stormy for Taco Tuesday.
They sure all look very cute in their black.
They look like the Black Panther Party for self-defense.
Look, they look cute.
I didn't like Mel outfit. I thought Kimmy looked cute.
I like Mel's outfit, but it was a little bit much.
That was a lot for Taco Tuesday.
She Melanie Sharif. She gotta show up and show out.
Yeah, she do. So they bring up her pajama party. Mel was like, everything was good until the conversation between y'all and Kimmy, and y'all and Tiffany. And Kimmy was like, don't say y'all. It's Stormy.
Them too, yeah.
It was good until Stormy brought the storm. That's what happened.
Stormy's like, I already fixed it, so don't worry about it.
Right. She was like, I had drinks. We ended on a good note. I was like, I don't know how good it was, but y'all had drinks. Like, you was still a little snarky at the end, but okay. She still got a little bad taste in Tiffany mouth, but Kimmy says, well, I was surprised Kiki was there and Destiny and Tisha were not. Now, I didn't feel like at the party was the right time to say something, but would you care to elaborate? Like, what was that? Mel was like, Kiki and I, we have a mutual BFF. And every now and then Kiki will come up and I'll be like, tell Kiki I said hi. And we talked on the phone for several years, And when we talk, I don't bring up Tisha, but we have talked about their cousin relationship has come up. Now, which one is it? Either you don't talk about her or you do. See, she said they talked about their cousin relationship. Once again, Mel knew very well that Kiki.
Attention.
Yeah, it was tension. So she knew exactly what she was doing to get Kiki to talk, because she knows.
This is about Mel that annoys me. Mel, you and Kiki are not friends. Stop doing that. Like, you know what it is.
Exactly.
Like I said, she ain't been invited to nothing else, so why now?
Kimmy said she ain't never seen her at any of Mel's events. Okay. She was like, it's a method to her madness. But Mel, and I forgot who Mel did that interview with, but she was like, Kiki be at all of my stuff. They was like, everybody on here agree. Kiki ass ain't been around. Stop with the lies. Just say you was doing it to get back at Tisha. Mel tells them that she met up with Destiny and they talked about the text messages. Well, she brought the text messages to debunk Destiny saying that the two of them hadn't talked since they taped. Okay. Stormy was like, do you think it's ever gonna go back to the way that they were? And Mel was like, never. I agree. Y'all not gonna trust each other. It could never go back. So let's just not go there.
I mean, I wouldn't trust Destiny if I was Mel.
Nobody, Destiny's not gonna trust Mel and Mel's not gonna trust Destiny. So it is what it is. Excuse me. So Kimmy tells her, now I want to have a housewarming party for Jalen. And I want to know if you gonna come. And she like, who all gonna be over there? Don't we all do that? We all want to know who over there. Before I say yeah, Who all over there? When you get ready to go to somebody's house for Thanksgiving, who all over there before I come over there?
Thankfully, I don't usually run into that situation. There have been a couple of somebodies that would keep me from going to an event.
Well, Mel has made.
Mel has several somebodies that she, you know what I'm saying? I don't be burning bridges in my life like Mel does.
Yeah, Mel has a lot of somebody. She gotta say who over there. Can we say some more random names trying to be fun? Oh, you know, Natalie and Patricia.
You don't know Natalie and Patricia.
Right. Then she was like, you know, Tisha and Marceau because they're family.
Right.
Destiny, because you know, I don't have no reason not to invite her. And
got it.
I really wasn't going to invite was Martell. Mel was like, you're not gonna invite Martell? Good guy Martell. She was like, well, you asked me not to invite the two of you somewhere at the same time, and that's what I'm trying to do. She was like, so if I wasn't coming, you would invite him? She was like, I don't know, because, you know, he put us in some mess recently and drama is starting to follow him, you know. And then Mel says, as a friend, I wish you would have kept that same energy when he was putting me through all that hell. You was over there talking about.
Ain't nobody finna be as mad as her at him.
Right.
About that.
She said, you talking about he was a good guy and he had a good heart. And she was like, well, I still think he has a big heart. And, you know, that's what make it hard for me, just like I'm sure that made that hard for you. Because when he was being an asshole, you was ready to go. When he was being good, you laid your ass up there and had another baby with him. Team Hope. So,
Preach.
you know what I'm saying?
That happened.
Yeah, that happened. She ain't say that, but that's what she meant. I just gonna say what Kimmy ain't gonna say.
I mean, that's how it happened.
Okay. But Kimmy was like, you know, right now she's keeping her distance from Martell's shenanigans because now that shit is affecting her. So, well, Mel was like, well, she get to experience what I've been experiencing all along. Welcome to my world. This what I got to say. Mel was the first person to put Martell's shenanigans on everyone else. She sat at that table at the beginning and said, Martell ain't start acting like that till he started hanging with them Scott brothers. You put his shit on everybody else first, okay? And you had all of us giving them Scott brothers the eagle eye. Since you said that, we all been on the lookout like.
I never felt like that. I felt like all three of them were into some shit. We're not gonna blame the Scott brothers for for Martell being.
Well, did you know that until she said that? Because
I knew they were all hanging out together. When she threw Martell under the bus, yeah, she threw them other two niggas right there with him. Yeah.
She did. That's something like you was the first one to bring his shenanigans to everybody else. And stop acting like, you know, because you not taping with him, that they shouldn't be around.
They shouldn't, yeah.
First of all, Martell bring the nonsense, okay? He bring all the boys to the yard, okay? The junkyard dogs, you know. I'd rather see him acting a plumb fool because he gonna bring the nonsense than him sitting around.
But when I say I'm
about
not
male
person, then that means I have to understand that I'm not gonna be invited to certain things.
I'm not. We still want to see Martell bring the nonsense.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You just we don't want, and we don't want you around Martell. Okay.
Right, because that's annoying as hell. And none of us want that at Jalen's house.
No, not at the baby house. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all done ruined everything last season together. We don't want that no more. But Martell brings some nonsense that we need on this show. So, girl, sit back. Now this scene right here, this scene really pissed me off. Okay. Destiny visit her longtime friend Martell. Child.
This is shit I'm talking about though, Destiny.
Child.
But look here, people said they out here to digged all up in Destiny's business. And the people said she ain't had no food stamps, and then they done looked at her
What they
PPP
say?
loan, and they said
She had PPP loan.
$22,000 worth of PPP loan, and then
How
they
much?
said 22,000 plus probably some other change go with it. Then they said she only had one employee, but if she only had one employee, who was she paying all that PPP loan? And they also said, child, that LeBaron got the custody of the baby. So
I heard that.
because LeBaron got the custody of that baby, and she got a 5-bedroom house that LeBaron is not gonna cover the money for. That's why she's not getting no child support, because LeBaron got custody of that baby.
She out here like Black China, got the baby 2 times.
She's a scammer, Detroit.
I'm just saying. You know that went through my mind, but you said it. I'm just saying.
Look here, and I ain't even gonna feel bad about that because I'm from Flint. I know some scammers in Flint town. So I'm just saying, Destiny.
That's what they said. And you know, the thing about them PPP loans, you can pull that up. They'll tell you who all got it, because I seen some people around here that got them PPP loans. I was like, what's the name of their business? What they
look here, when I applied for a PPP loan and what they tell you qualify for, when I first seen what I qualified for, I was like, that seems like a lot. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to what I would have actually, you know what I'm saying, been making. And then when I actually, applied for the loan and they told me what I actually was gonna be getting, I was like, okay, that's, but you gotta turn in your tax information and everything. I don't know what these people out here doing. But when I got my actual loan, it was exactly how much, you know what I'm saying, would have been if I was working. As one employee, Destiny, I did not have all these employees that I was supposed to pay out of your savings where you could do what?
Girl.
Destiny, why the bear got custody of the baby?
Because she's going to jail from PPP loans. Because they cracking down on y'all. I knew some people, I seen the wife had 50,000, he had 50,000. I was like, oh, y'all balling out here on these fake ass business.
But see, the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure, like, when you list how many employees you got, because I listed one as a independent, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you list how many employees you got, like, if you have these a substantial amount of employees to cover their payroll, then I'm guessing they're gonna give you a substantial amount of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're supposed to be covering payroll with it.
She said she was covering payroll with her own money. Is what she said.
Where the public assistance came from?
Y'all, I've been trying to figure that out since she said that one. So.
I've been trying to figure it out. And then we was all like, where is the child support money, LeBaron? LeBaron said he got custody. She talking about she need a village. Destiny.
And so the people had said, I didn't listen to all of it, but the people had said she had cheated and that's why he left her.
That's what they said, girl. They said that the baby is his, because that was a rumor, but
But that's what broke up the marriage.
We don't know what broke over the marriage. Maybe she's a scamming ass scammer because she got, like, from her friend that's not been a good friend to her, Mel, like, and I'm not caping for Mel, but Mel has given her lots of money. And all these, was she just at the Hype magazine and all of that, like all of that stuff and getting
She said she was balling.
And that one. So Mel is your lifeline, girl. You done got on the show because of Mel. She's over here sponsoring things, and now that's why Mel over here being real angry with you, Destiny. Now you over here talking to the ops. Now I'm finna be KP. You over here talking to the ops?
Girl, I know I wrote that down somewhere. Look here. Okay, let's get into it. So Martell, he definitely living in an apartment, okay? And it must have been in the shady part of town because Destiny was looking around when she was walking up to that door. Did y'all peep that? Peep how she was looking? Because I didn't did that look before. So I know.
You have nice faucets. I just hate my kitchen so much. I want faucets so bad. I did like his black faucets.
You can buy them. He do that. He hooked it up. I still think that this is the apartment. I believe that him and Marcel was sharing. I do believe that. She come over there talking about she wants some insight on Melody. And then acting like from Martell, okay? That
both of y'all sitting up there looking like two birds, for real.
Yeah. She said she was upset because he got the cheese cutter that she gave them as a couple. But if this is your longtime friend, wouldn't you be glad that he got the gift that you brought him? Because I would have been like, good child, I'm glad you got that cheese cutter. Because I wish LeBerry would think he was going to get the crystal glasses that y'all bought us. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you feel like they've been married for 14 years? Don't you think they have a lot of shit? Like, she was probably like, take the damn cheese cutter.
Right.
They got several. You know how
Mm-mm.
many cheese cutters I got and cutting boards?
But if I bought you something at the wedding gift, I'd have been like, girl, you better have that. I know you better not have gave. You know,
if you bought me something,
if I bought you something, I'd be like, I know you didn't let him get that. You go and get that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my long time.
We know, right.
Right.
What's this nigga gonna do with a cheese cutter anyway? Nothing.
Sitting up there for decoration.
Oh, I meant in my house. I wasn't talking about him.
Let me see. So what happened? So she tells him about her and Mel's meeting, how it didn't go well. And how Mel said she been hanging with the ops, him and Tisha. And how Martell's told her that him and Destiny talk every day. He was like, no, what, girl?
He did say that at the last season, and they was at Vegas, and somebody said, have you talked to Destiny? He said every day. He said no,
girl. He said, I ain't said that. He said she is something else, ain't she?
I remember we was like, he talks to Destiny every day. Destiny needs to be on the phone with somebody every day.
Well, he was like, child, she is trying to turn.
Destiny need to be down to the beauty supply store every day. That's what she need to be doing, since she don't really need a babysitter.
No, she don't. Well, he said, child, she out here trying to turn everybody against me. Mel needs to just move on with her life. We divorced. She need to stop trying to ruin mine. And then she was like, girl, and then she ran off like she always do. And Martell was like, girl, that's how she do, okay? And then
I'm sitting here going, I haven't heard Mel really bring them up at all. Every scene, Destiny is telling somebody about Mel, and everything Martell is talking about Mel. Y'all stay talking about Mel. She ain't really talking about y'all. She talking about Kiki and them over there to the Christmas party.
Well, she was like, look, I used to take up for her against you. And he was like, because you was being a good friend, Savannah. Okay. And I told you to defending her against me. Now look, child. Now look at you. She was like, we were so close. We went through our divorce together. And I'm like, she didn't know. she said they went through it together, child.
But I remember when she said she was divorced, and Mel was like, "Oh, so what?"
Everybody said, say what?
Destiny.
Well, he was like, child, I wish she had a better heart, because you don't try to hurt people like that, okay? Like how she do, okay? And he was like, and girl, did you know she had a baby outside of the marriage? He was like, oh shit, that was me. My bad, my bad. That was the biggest bird ass conversation.
That was two fucking birds. I was like, really?
Oh my God.
Destiny, why you going over his house after dark?
That was horrible.
You going over his house in the night?
That was horrible. I didn't like that. That really made me look at you like I tried it. I can't. Wanted to go over to Tisha's house, okay? She wants that deposit for her food truck because baby, she got her business license, okay? But she want to holler at Martell. Martell ain't there. He over there at Black. Tisha was like, you know, he said he wanted to see that you doing the steps, girl, and you got your license, so that's good. She said, but you know, he was a little upset about you talking, come over there to talk business, but you started talking about the gossip that you heard. But she was
got
like,
her business license and she doesn't even have the truck yet.
She needed a deposit for the truck. You know, she do things to wonder why.
I mean, there's nothing like to get a business license except to go pay for it. But I thought you need an address. I don't know how the food truck thing works.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like you would need a VIN number or something for your food truck. You know what I'm saying? To qualify as a business. I have applied a business license many times, and I had to put the address for my business on it.
She put Tisha address. She put it under scoped. That's what she did.
Okay.
Well, Tisha told her she ain't got to worry about it because you know I pulled Marcel in the direction I want him to go. I was like, do you, girl?
Why'd she say that?
That was for somebody else's benefit. I was like, girl. So Tisha tell her that she went by Kimmy house. Wanda was like, that be. And she was like, no, it was good. And she explained that what she meant, that, you know, what she really meant when she said that if we weren't family, we wouldn't be friends, and how all that came out wrong. Wanda was like, she meant that shit. She did mean that shit. She had to clean it up, but she meant it.
I mean, if I was Kimmy, I would have felt obligated to clean it up too.
Well, they got to be around each other.
Somebody that I didn't have to interact with, but I would be like, let me make sure this girl's okay.
So then she was like, then Kimmy told me that Mel had a Christmas party and she ain't invite me and Destiny, and I thought we were cool. I was like, did you?
No, you didn't.
Y'all just ended with a whole fight on the reunion. Why did you think? Yeah, I thought they was gonna come to blows on the reunion. You thought they was cool, okay? She was like, "But girl, Kiki was there," and Wanda was like, "Kiki, my little niece Kiki," and she was like, "Yup," and she had a whole lot to say. She was like, "Kiki is a snake." She was like,
I mean, okay. Kiki was dead wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and, let's clarify that. She didn't have a whole lot to say. Like, let's don't put it like Kiki was over there just running down your business. It wasn't like that. Like, I
don't think Kimmy really said what Kiki had to say, what she said. I think Tisha is leading to her own understanding. You know,
because she did it. She said, they discussed things prior to Mel bringing it up. Basically, that's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's a conversation I know Mel and Kiki had in private. I was the one that wasn't said, I wasn't the one that said that, all of this about Barstow. That stuff was out in the street long before I brought it up. Yeah, it was. Would you be willing to come over there and say that? Like,
That's
yeah,
exactly what she said. That's exactly what happened. Well, Tisha was like, well, she has always.
I also feel like whatever Tisha said to Mel was far deeper. Like, we don't still know what was her business, but whatever it was very embarrassing because she still like we ain't even still saying what it is.
I wish the people in Huntsville are going to tell her because y'all all know what it is. So go on and tell us what it is.
I said they had the teeth and they disappeared. Like, where the teeth, Q?
He said, good child. So Tisha was like, she has always had a problem with me. She feels like that I'm living the life that she should be living. What, having a husband cheat on you, disregarding your feelings, that life, that's the life she wish she had.
I feel like a lot of families do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've been a victim to that. I just don't care. But I do have a cousin that I spent a lot of my life being compared to. On their side, though, not on this side.
Mm.
And it was always a lot of, not necessarily like that, but I was like competing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, my cousins was cool.
Yeah, you and yours were.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I were, but one cousin in particular, I know that, like I said, it wasn't over here, it was over there. And it wasn't
well, that happens. That happens in families.
Like what's the name? Like Kiki said, it wasn't the cousin that was doing that.
Well, wait, we get to that. You jumping.
Okay, sorry.
Kiki house. Okay, so Londa was like, that's why I told you never to trust anybody. I told you never to trust anybody that buys shoes that don't come in the box, okay? Because they sneaky and they liars, okay?
Or maybe they just can't afford expensive shoes. And sometimes Walmart be having a good deal and it be something.
Wanda said, that's why I told you. That's why you don't do that. I don't know what that meant or why she.
I'm guilty, child. I done bought some shoes before off the that wasn't in the box.
She said Kiki is very image of Tisha. Okay, she is image of Tisha relationship, her marriage. She is image of where she been and where she living. She envious. She envious, child. She had me going for a minute.
So confused.
Yeah.
Like, she's image what?
Yeah. Very image of Tisha.
But I was confused because I was like, she do image of Tisha.
Yeah. Spin image.
Look, we know that Kiki is Wanda's daughter, that she was 13 when she was
right. That's what my cousin said.
She got raised by her auntie, grandma.
That's why they compare them.
She is image of Tisha. She did not lie about that. Like Kiki's very image of Tisha.
And she said, Kimmy shouldn't have been the one to call you and tell you this stuff. Kiki, your cousin, she should have been the one to call you and said what happened. She said, I feel a little different about Kimmy. I think she's starting to shed some of her snake. Okay.
And Kimmy, don't let Wanda around your house. She's trying to get over there because she said mom was her baby.
And she said, Kiki better watch her back. Because when she called your name.
Oh, I heard be like them linebackers.
Oh Lord, I'm not. She said she better watch out because when she called your name, she called my name. And Tisha was like, Mama, don't do this. I'm like, stop, Tisha. That's why you told her. You told her because you know she gonna do exactly that. Go confront Kiki. You've been doing this your whole life. She been fighting your battles for you. So that's exactly why you called.
But I mean, Tisha said something to the effect that Kimmy is envious of her life. And she wished, I got said that. With Marceau, who's envying that?
Nobody.
Nobody's envying that.
He embarrass you.
I think Kiki got a husband.
Do she?
I think so.
Tiffany meets with Mel at Tiffany's job. They catch up on a little small talk. They talk about Mel's children, and then Mel like, well, do you want more children? And she was like, it's an ongoing conversation. And, you know, she said her kids is getting older and they don't need her like they used to. And, you know, she get lonely when they go see their respective father and mother. So she think
I am so confused. I am so confused by this transparent Tiffany. So then the love of her life, that was her husband, is not the father of the child? No.
no,
'Cause he
because
goes
she
to
got
prison.
pregnant in high school. And then she got with this dude and married him.
Okay.
Yeah,
The way she tells her story, like, is so confusing. Like,
it is. It is.
so is this how she cheated? Did she cheated? She got with the dude in high school. She cheated with the baby daddy and got pregnant, and then ended
Well,
up
the
married.
baby daddy, the one who died. No, the husband is the one who died.
That's what I'm saying. Was she with the husband and then cheated with the baby daddy, and then you see what I'm saying? Because every
It
time
sounds like she got with the husband after she had the baby, because I don't know, child.
she said she cheated in high school. Listen, her story is so confusing. We don't know what's going on. What's going on, Winslow?
Well, she say she don't want to force Lewis either. So if he is good with it, he could. If he ain't, they ain't gonna have one.
How old is Winslow? 35?
They all lying. They all lying. They lying. So she asked Mel, you know, how do it work with having the business and having your kids? Mel like, shit, I took the baby and I put the baby in the playpen. They all came to the office with me. I was like, just like we were saying about that.
What? Did she tell that to Destiny so she can take her baby over there on the one
Evidently
day of the week?
not.
She on that Black China plan where they
Uh-huh.
do it 1 day a week.
The only thing Black China doing it better because she's actually getting the child support and only had the babies 2 days out the week.
She said she be out there, he's with his father, he's with his father, he's with his father. He lived with his father.
Yeah, he's with you.
That's why he's visiting you.
He's visiting you. Yeah. So she asked.
Ain't no way in God's green earth you finna take my baby no damn where, Destiny. I'm looking at you real sideways because ain't no way in the world I'm not gonna have custody of my baby. What are you saying?
So Mel asked Tiffany, you know, do you have any reservations, any fears or concern? And she said she bled a lot when she had her first son. And she had to have a DNC. And the doctor told her all that bleeding was hereditary. So she want to know about her father's side of the family so she can get his family medical history and all that down too.
Please stop. That's not gonna make a difference with you. Are you having a baby or not?
She don't know yet. She ain't asked Big Winslow.
But Winslow said no. He said he don't want to.
Well, she didn't say that. She told them that that's been an open conversation, that they've been talking about it.
Winslow said these niggas is 15 years old. Last thing I want to do is change some diapers.
So they going to Utah to find her biological father.
They who? Who going?
Lewis and Tiffany. This is what she tells Mel.
Are they?
Mel was like, well, you know, I'm a Scorpio and, you know, I'm an inquisitive girl. And, you know, I've been called a detective. So then Tiffany was like, oh, okay, well, you know, come with me to Utah. Cause, you know, shoot, we both of us being Scorpio, I could use that kind of aggressiveness that she got. I was like, okay. So.
What a weird, I'm Tiffany. What's going on here, girl?
It's like a little slight. Wanda visit Kiki. Kiki come to the door like she totally surprised. Oh, I didn't expect expect to see you. I'm just in here unpacking. I just moved into my new home with my face full of makeup and my little fancy outfit on. Like, who just unpack like that?
I mean, the film crew's coming, girl. We gotta get started.
You want some wine? I hadn't unpacked my wine glasses, so I'm just being hood rich right now. Wanda was like, hood rich or hood bitch? She was like, I'm gonna leave the hood bitch to you. Where I'm at.
Wanda, Kiki used to you. I don't think your aunties don't work on her the same way they do on other folks.
Well, Kiki let her know. I know you heard about me and Tisha Convo. And I've been wanting to talk to you for a while. Wanda was like, well, I heard you was going back to other people talking about my daughter. And she was like, her name did come up. And she was like, that's messy. They messy women and you were part about it. You were part of it. And she was like, ain't that the pot calling the kettle as black as your tights? And she was like, you know, the whole thing with family is more sensitive. She told somebody my personal business first. She was talking to then Wanda was like, well, she was talking to somebody she thought was her friend. She was like, well, then I could talk to somebody that is my friend about Tisha personal business then. She was like, she ain't your friend. And then she was like, Kiki, how long ago was this? She was like, this about 4 years ago. She was like, and you bringing up stuff 4 or 5 years ago? That's stupid. She was like, I'm bringing you fresh news. Here you come with this old shit. She was like,
Sound like the same story 4 years ago, and now it's the same story.
Same one. Kiki was like, you know, me and Tisha have been having this same issue since we were 13 years old. She was like, you know, when I was younger, I couldn't come to your house. She was like, well, that's because we lived in the projects and y'all lived in the house, and you know, y'all thought, well, your daddy and them thought, because we find out Kiki daddy and Wanda is brothers and sisters. So your daddy thought y'all was better than us. And she was like, but when I became a teenager, I still came around y'all.
Was it better, or was it just that he didn't want his kids running around in the projects?
You know, they probably was around there wild as shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she I got 2 or 3 husbands. Ain't no telling what was going on. And when you a teenager, you want to be around that wild side. So when Kiki got older enough to be a teenager, she went and hung out over there.
Can I just tell you, when I got my driver's license, me and my friend Tracy would take my mama's car straight to the projects.
Everybody, that's why everybody want to go hang to the projects.
Man, I used to come out the mall. It would be notes on mama's car.
She said, you know, since we was little, y'all always was comparing us, you know, who jealous of who, and you know, y'all was making it a competition about the 2 of us. Then you talked about that, so you felt like you experienced that.
I did, and it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't my cousin, it was the parent who, like, it would be things where my mother would go buy me something and then she would go get the same thing, and which for me wasn't an irritation, but mama would be annoyed all the time. Like every time I hate telling her like where I bought something from, because it was just an ongoing competition between me and the cousin, and me and the cousin were actually very close, but it was always a comparison thing.
But this made them not close. This caused competition, and Tisha still do that, and Wanda still do that.
I feel like it could have went that way. The difference is it wasn't no, we got more money than you kind of thing. Everybody's money was on the same level, so it wasn't that type of competitiveness, but it was definitely a comparison. Whose hair is longer? Who, it just
Well,
really,
that's what I said. Wanda was doing that, talking to compare Tisha kids' hair,
mhm,
other
mhm,
kids' hair. So we know that she do that,
mhm.
like she said, y'all jealous. She was jealous because she think I'm living this way. She should have my life. And so we know it affects them because they do it
Yeah,
now. They doing it right now. Um, Wanda gonna tell her, I told Tisha, don't fool with bitches. And she was like, well, I wouldn't fool with dogs either. Okay. They was
as
basically
I said, that shit
that.
don't work on Kiki because Kiki know Wanda's number, so she right there ready. Just like you said, she act like she was surprised. Oh, she was waiting for you at the door. When you pulled up in the driveway, she was already ready for you,
She was
Wanda.
ready. She said, I've been wanting to talk to you.
And Wanda, honestly, to me, felt like she didn't come at her too hard because Kiki know all the family business. So she don't want Kiki like spilling the beans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Her sweet niece.
Not my sweet niece Kiki.
Her sweet niece that was her daughter raised by somebody else.
Because that's how they do, child.
We're gonna call her ass Zeke.
Yeah. So the Winslows, Tiffany went and rented an Airbnb, okay, for Big Boy, for Lewis.
Why you get a house why you get
I don't know. She didn't hire her little cousin.
an Airbnb house instead of staying at your own house? Like, why wouldn't you just
Mm-mm. She didn't hire her cousin to play the saxophone. She had a little other cousin in the kitchen as the chef.
them were her cousins for real, or you just
Now, I don't know, child. This Huntsville, they all cousins.
Like, did
Shit.
I miss something? They said, this is my cousin, the saxophone player.
You know how they be like, I got you. I'm gonna get you on the show. I got you. This is what we gonna do.
What color was he?
That was a cousin on the daddy side.
All right, just wondering.
Oh. So she said that they are celebrating because they is doing good with their bank account. Because that's what matters in Tiffany's world, or she will leave your ass, Lewis. Okay. So right now they have growth in their bank account. So she want to celebrate. And then she brings up her and Mel going to Utah. And he was like, so that's what all this is about. You talking about you want to make it a girl trip. So is this why you did this? So you can let me know you going on this girl trip. She was like, well, I just want Mel there because I want someone to ask the questions that I don't think of. And, she's assertive. And
You
basically,
and Mel aren't even real friends. You would take your like very surface level friend instead of your husband to meet your biological father. That seems like a very private thing.
even when Mel was like, you want me to be there? I would have been like, that's awkward if you said you and your man is going. Why would I want to be a third wheel? Like that was weird.
I
too.
don't feel like Mel, well, she did it. Tiffany said Mel, she asked Mel to go though. Like
She did. And I would have been like, I mean, it's you and your husband. Like, that's weird. I wouldn't even want to be around that situation.
Me either. You could tell me what happened when you get back.
Right. Like I could sit back because I do a little detective work. Child, tell me and I'll give you some information. I'll tell you where to go when you get there, girl. Let me look up
Look
something.
here, I used to work with
for
this
you.
girl and we were literally co-workers. Like, you know how you closer to some co-workers more than others.
Mhm.
And you met her, as a matter of fact, when you came down here.
Mhm.
She literally went into labor and I had to go sit in the delivery room with her while she's having her baby. And all I could think of is, I'm not supposed to be here with this girl while she's having her baby. Like,
Right.
you ain't have, like I was there because she didn't have anybody else. So of course I'm gonna be there, but I'm like, feels like somebody besides me, her very casual coworker.
Right.
should be here with
Right.
her while she's giving birth to her baby.
So you think I'm gonna sit up there while you like, mama, Mooney?
Right.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, you know. And then when he was like, you know, she basically what she told him, she said, you like to sit back and you let me do everything. And anyway, you don't like to travel. I was like, is she mad?
Seems like y'all should pause on giving up all that advice on how to have a perfect marriage.
She said to him, she said, you look disappointed. I was like, oh, she a hoe. She was like, that is not what the Winslows do. Okay.
We don't get disappointed.
No, you don't.
Well,
be
I don't
sad.
want to be a Winslow because if I
we
get
are
disappointed, I
controlled.
want you to know.
No, you don't be sad. You need to be glad. Okay.
Well, I ain't a Winslow.
Controlling Ash, she did the switch. She came in and he was getting kisses, and she went from that to you ain't shit. You don't like to travel, and I'm taking my friend because you don't know how to open your mouth. Is what she said. Whew.
Well, we seen how he pumps out. Like Winslow, we seen how you talk shit behind closed doors, and then when you confront him with the situation, we see how you pump out.
Do you need an assertive person there when you're coming to meet?
Hello, Mr. Winslow. Did you see the episode last week where she said she left the love of her life because he didn't make enough money? You better get
well,
them.
they were supposed to be celebrating. I guess the money part is coming in. If you're going to meet your father or your mother for the first time, do you want an assertive person there probing with questions? Do you want somebody supportive there?
I want my partner there. That's who I want. If I have one, that's who I want. If it's not my partner, then it's like your sister, your cousins, your somebody close.
And that's only if you don't have a partner.
Friend. Mel is not her best friend.
No, she let them jump on your ass at the party and she sat there eating her crumpet. Okay.
She said, this is what Mel do.
Okay. And then we find out her baby daddy was with her when you met your mom. And he's like, well, I want to be there when you meet your dad. Like, he got the opportunity. I want the same opportunity.
So, Tiffany, why did you want to marry Winslow so bad? Why him?
I don't know. Money. Ain't that what she said? She wanted more money. That's why.
Do you have a lot of money?
Did she
really wish she could have got with the baby daddy? Where the baby daddy at? Do he got a different wife? What's up with that? They showed a little clip of him.
She like a little linebacker, don't she? Look here. Even in your mind, if you like, I wasn't thinking nothing about it when I invited Mel. I wasn't thinking that it was gonna hurt your feelings. At this point, you know his feelings is hurt. So at this point, you should be like, you know what, you right. I'm gonna tell Mel, you know,
we're gonna do this one together.
We're gonna do this, yeah. And Mel would have been like,
she said a girl's trip. I'm like, that didn't even sound like a girl's trip. That's not a girl's trip. I don't want to go on no trip and find your biological father.
No.
Tell me about that when you get back.
So then she bring up the whole having kids and she losing her kids, and he was like, look here, I'm allowing you to get in all your time with your kids now because you know when they gone, it's gonna be the two of us.
Well, Winslow, I don't know how old he is, but she is only 34. And now that I know that, I feel like as a woman with one child, when you get that age, you do start like wanting to, you know what I'm saying? Your kids get older.
You know, I know, hell, don't y'all see Dee? And for those
I did it first. And as a matter of fact,
yours was close though. I was more like Tiffany.
No. I have Tony. There's 18 years between Tony and Caitlin.
Yeah, but you got Kylie in between.
But that took me 12 years to get to there. That's what I'm saying. It took me 12 years to get to there. So I had Tony when I was really young. And then I got to Kylie.
Like she did.
And Well, first of all, I've never had the opportunity to be sitting back planning babies. I was always like, oh, wait, what's today?
Well, Didi, me and Didi
You planned for Dee Dee
well
though.
planned Didi. I had my
Yeah.
oldest who was 19, and then we planned. We went to the doctor. We did all this stuff to get Didi. He came natural, and I had to do all of that. I had to spend that kind of money, but he was well planned. Okay.
What I'm saying is, obviously,
said we
she had
wanted
her
to go.
child. Since she's only 34, she's got a teenage kid.
Mhm.
Obviously, she was really young. I think it's not like now she's 34. So, you know, they try to call you geriatric at that point, but it's not unusual for somebody to get that age and
She
be
won
like,
one.
I want to do
Right.
it again. Like she was a baby the first time she did it. And
That's
he should
exactly,
know that
that's
when he
my
did
story.
that, you know,
Nope, that's exactly my story.
because when Tony was 12, I was like, I don't want him to be an only child though. Like I want to eventually have more children. I didn't know that they were going to come the way they did. Like surprise. But at the same time, I knew I wanted another one though. Like 12 years later, I'm like, okay, so now I'm in my 30s and I want to do this again. Caitlin was completely like that one last shot that, you know, she came in there, wasn't nobody planning for any of that. God bless me. But I just don't understand. Like, I'm like, so how old is he? Because you're talking about her spending time with her boys. That's not the same thing. Like when you're a young parent, you don't even get to enjoy. You can't even tell me that your experience with Diamond is the same way with D, because you were established at this point. Tony used to look at the girls and be like, they think they rich. Because he knows that when he was growing up, I was a baby then. You know what I mean? So we went on that journey together. When I had the girls, I was a grown. So
I was still in the club.
When you had Diamond, yeah, me too.
Well, he ain't trying to have kids, okay?
That's like they would have had that conversation before they went down to.
But here's the thing. My whole thing is though, didn't she tell Stormy that this is what both of them wanted to do? And
that's the way she told Stormy that they were.
That's what I thought. Well, that's not his sentiments.
So Winslow, pause on that advice for Martell and Marcel and work on your own situation, because your wife just dumped you for a casual friend to go meet her biological parent.
Well, child, coming up, y'all. Did y'all see the previews for the coming?
Whose head and back was that we saw on the internet? Whose head was that and back that we saw down to the internet?
Marcel at the hotel. At the hotel. Tisha finna be confronting them. This fool said me and my friend was out to dinner. That's the scenario. Well, how did y'all get?
You know what? I want to know. Is it Becky with the good hair?
You think it's Becky with the good hair?
I think it's Becky with the good hair, girl. I think so.
Oh. Child. And then Winslow was like, he got pent up sexual frustration. Okay, the honeymoon is over. It's over, y'all. Okay. Now they sitting up there with that doctor. Okay.
And Marcel is probably like,
Yep. Then we got the boy trip at the ATL coming.
Pent up sexual frustration. Why? Because she was just trying to jump on his bones while he was.
She did it for the camera. She got off of it. She's fronting. And at the boys trip, it looked like.
You can't trust no woman. I'm like Wanda now, because I know them pink pumps did not come in the box. She knows she got them pink pumps up a rack with a little plastic hanger in between the two.
Well, she better watch out, because baby Winslow looked like he done joined the boys down at the ATL.
Down at the ATL.
Did y'all see him?
Where the linebackers be.
And then y'all, Kiki spilling all the tea. And then you have Marceau trying to overtalk her and trying to stop it from coming out. And
Was he trying to fight somebody?
Right.
Was they holding him back?
yeah, Tisha did the whole dramatic crying, trying to cause a distraction. Child, they don't want that to come out. Whatever she got to say, they trying their hardest not to let that come out. Tisha talking about you trying to destroy my family. See, Tisha been knowing you just
Tisha,
here.
Mel wasn't there, so we can't blame this one on Mel.
No,
Holla at your
no.
boy Martell, because he was down to the ATL.
I told you that's why we need Martell.
Y'all to sit your husbands to ATL with Martell.
With Martell. That's what they did. This is why I'm saying, Mel, okay, y'all stay over there. We need him to bring the drama because this is what
When
Martell
I
does.
seen them Negroes in that elevator and Martell had that fur coat around his neck, that fox around his neck, I knew nothing good could come from that.
Y'all, that's Love and Marriage, Huntsville. I can't wait. I cannot wait for the next couple of
I want to know if it's Becky with the good hair. I feel like it's Becky with the good hair, girl.
dang.
You know that's gonna escalate to a whole nother level of insecurity. I'd be like Ryan. He'd come home and I would have had guns.
Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel.
Baby, come down. Do it again.
All right, John. We'll see you on the next one.
Say bye.
I understand my part.
Okay, say it again.
Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Y'all.